here at Lynch Park in Beverly, Massachusetts with Ed Duggan of the Kayak Learning Center. Ed, you've done this a number of years now. It's safe to say that you're a real pro at early season kayaking. What are some of the things that you recommend wearing on an early season kayak trip?
Well, first of all, the main concern would be the temperature of the water. So you want to make sure that you're properly clothed. Okay. First of all, I would probably put on a piece of polyethylene.
Yeah.
All right, probably Pro, as they would say. Okay. And then possibly, depending on what kind of gear I decided to use, possibly a vest, fleece. Okay. That would be my first layer. All right. Now, if I went with a dry suit totally, I would probably put on a Farmer John type jumpsuit. All right, which will go underneath the dry suit.
Now, when we're talking about dry suit, it's important to point out you're talking about a suit that actually seals out any possibility of water getting in, and then therefore, if you happen to go overboard, you'll be protected. You won't get hypothermic as quickly.
That's correct. That outfit would look something like this, and it comes in many different possibilities. All right. This one happens to have booties. On the feet, so that your feet are dry also. When you're in this combination with the jumpsuit, you're nice and warm and toasty, and if you did go in, no water would get inside and you'd be protected. Right,
it would give you a lot longer to be in the water and survive rather than soaking wet.
Not that it's the answer to unlimited time.
Right.
But
it'll buy you some minutes.
Enough time to get back in the boat.
Right.
Okay. That's if I use a dry suit. Now, what I might do also is, if it wasn't quite as cold, I would go with dry pants, which would look something like this. Okay, which is sort of a half a dry suit. Okay, in which I would wear leggings, something like this underneath them. Okay, possibly wool socks too, which goes with both outfits. Okay. Which would fit nicely inside the booties. Okay. And possibly a spray jacket on top of the poly and the fleece.
Right.
Okay.
But obviously, those solutions aren't as good as the dry suit.
These solutions aren't as good for very early paddling in the early winter. Okay. This is probably more of like a spring outfit.
I gotcha.
Okay. Before we go to shorties, board pants, T-shirts, or whatever for the summer.
And of course, you don't. And of course, the most important thing is
the life jacket. Okay. After we geared ourselves up, we would put on a life jacket. Okay. Possibly after it was very cold, I'd put on, and I'm known for just keeping a hat, a nice stocking cap. All right. Orange I like because it can be seen. Okay. A set of neoprene gloves. Because the one thing you have to be very careful of that will probably destroy your ride is your cold hands. Okay.
You can't do anything if your hands aren't working. You're not going to get very far.
You can put up with cold feet, but cold hands will take you down. Okay. Especially in the wintertime, if you do your route the wrong way, and a lot of people do, they have a tendency to go downwind, and then when they turn around, they're all hot and sweaty. They got to go upwind. And that's when you feel it.
So that's another point to bring up, Ed, is that you really want to carefully plan your route. Obviously, you're starting out. Your instinct is to go with the wind all the time, but then you got to remember you got to come back, right?
Exactly. My recommendation, and I try to practice it all the time, unless I know I'm doing a total downwind run, I'm getting picked up. Okay, sometimes we'll do that a group of us. Okay, is go your upwind leg first. It's the hardest, and then you will turn around. Get the easy ride going.
That makes sense.
And that's the way to do it.
Now, how about in terms of buddying up with someone? Isn't that pretty important? You want to make sure.
You should try to, especially if you're a beginner in the sport, to always have somebody in the winter with you. And the more experience you have, obviously, there are a lot of solo people that do go out on their own. It's just the nature of the sport. There's something about it that people like the solitary aspect of kayaking. But in the wintertime, quite frankly, it's not recommended unless you have a certain ability to even attempt to do cold water paddling.
Right, right.
Okay, I won't recommend it for anybody other than people I really.
How about things like fog, like an air horn or a whistle or something like that, in case you find yourself in a situation where you're on some remote island or something like that. You could, that's something that's small that you can bring with you and signal to a passing boat or maybe.
Yeah, and in today's world where we have cell phone, it's recommended you have a cell phone in a waterproof case. Okay, cell phone, whistle, on life jacket.
Yep. Possibly a handheld GPS.
Possibly GPS, and those 3 items will probably take care of you. Okay, in your worst case.
Right.
Now, if you do some offshore extreme stuff, or there are other devices.
This is called an ACR. This is a personal locator beacon. It actually functions much like a EPIRB on the larger vessels. You can get one of these. I highly recommend it. I keep one with me when I'm kayaking or camping or anywhere I go boating. It retails for about, you can get one for about $300 to $400. And this will act just like an EPIRB and signal authorities when you activate it.
Right. And
it'll lead you right to you, especially if you're in an inshore area. They can be there within 30 minutes sometimes. So, again, for a small investment of $300, this could really give you a lot of peace of mind.
Right.
Well, thanks, Ed. I appreciate the quick rundown on safety tips.
Yeah.
We'll be back probably checking in with Ed later this summer and find out some more great kayaking tips from him. I'm Tom Richardson for Boating Local. Thanks for watching.